Soccer in the South with Wolfman Jeff coming at you. How you guys doing? It's been a little while since I posted. International break is over. Premier League is back. Wolves are back in action. We sent out players, I think 10 throughout the world. The one that had the longest jaunt, of course, was Jimenez. Jimenez actually played here in the States, but he was in San Diego, which is the other end of the country. So it's quite a distance. Otherwise, I would have loved to have seen him play there. But from what I hear, things seem to be fine. There doesn't appear to be any knocks. I haven't heard of any issues that may impact our next play. Our next match coming up, Burnley this Saturday. It's here in the States. It'll be in the morning. I think it's going to be 11 o'clock rather than 10 because we have already shifted to daylight savings time, and I believe the UK has not yet, which is, of course, that mass delusion that we all gather together and tell ourselves that time has changed. It hasn't. Sorry, I'm originally from the state of Arizona, and we don't observe daylight savings time, so not a fan, but that's fine. Anyway, so we are playing at Turf Moor against the Clarets. And for many of us in the USA are wondering, what in the world is a claret? Well, a claret is a color. It's that deep winish color that you will see on their jerseys. And I had to look that up. I didn't know if it was some kind of bird or musical instrument, but the clarets are actually the color. And so you'll see a lot of nicknames inside based on the colors they wear. So that's interesting. I feel pretty fancy knowing what a claret is. Now, Burnley, last year at this time, they were in a situation similar to us. They ended up last year in 7th place. They had a really strong season, and I expected that this year was going to carry that out. They did have a really strong run in January and then through February, but it has they've had a poor run recently and has dropped down, I think, 4 in a row. For them, the international break may have been at the best time. Get a chance for them to regroup. For us, we had some momentum going the other way. We had some hits and misses. I think too many draws, but we only had the one loss, which the Huddersfield match, which I should stop bringing up. But other than that, we've actually have played rather well. We've played against some pretty big sides, and so we had some momentum going the other way and had to stop for the international break. And then plus, there's this factor. I'm just going to say it. The international break scares the daylights out of me because looking back at this past year, when we've come back from the breaks, so far we have come back not together. We have not played well. We have lost usually multiple matches, at least 2 in a row. I think the first time we lost 3 in a row, and it took a little while to get us back into our stride. Well, looking at the schedule though, it looks like Burnley has faced the same issue. Burnley also struggled when it came back from international break. So I've got to say that's given me a little more confidence here. Plus, we have not faced Burnley very often. And when we have faced them in Premier League, we've been very dominant. It reminds me of when Dazzling Dave was talking about Huddersfield, how it was what he called a bogey side, I think he said, meaning that they're like a boogeyman for us, or they're like a thorn in our side. And I kind of wonder, are we that for Burnley? Are we their thorn in their side? So having said that, it gives me a little more confidence. Worried about the international break, worried about losing our momentum, but is this the right team to be coming back from an international break? Don't want to take them for granted, though, because they are a quality side. Again, they finished 7th last year, and they have many of the same players, Wood and Barnes, and so I think it's mostly right now they're hitting a streak of bad luck. And I'm hoping that they do stay up because they clawed their way up to get into Premier League, and I'd like to see them stay up. I just don't want them to win this match. Sorry, Naz. But tell me, what do you think about the lineup? I think it's going to be our basic lineup with minimal changes. The biggest question I think we have is Bennett going to get a spot back? Or is it going to be Saiz? And I'm kind of leaning Saiz. The only reason I think he may not is that Saiz may start for someone in the midfield to give someone a rest. I'm not expecting that, but it's possible because we want to play a game by game, but we are aware we do have a Tuesday match. So he might want to stagger it a little bit. I think we're going to mostly have our full strong side and maybe one or two adjustments. And again, even our adjustments would be starting for most clubs. So we're very blessed with that. Having said that, what's my prediction? All right, you ready? I am going to go 1-2 Wolves win at Turf Moor. And kind of hemmed and hawed. When I first thought about it, I kind of had a little bit of dread. And I thought, well, maybe we're going to end up with a draw. But no, going over it, I think we're going to pull it out. Another interesting stat, I guess that they are a side that is most likely to drop a goal after 60 minutes. And we know that we are very likely to score a goal after 60 minutes. So that's why I think we're going to end up 1-1, and then after 60, we're going to get that last goal. That's what I'm expecting. I'll be happy with any victory. I'll be happy with any points, but I really would like a victory for this. So let me know, what are your thoughts? Lineup changes. Who do you think is going to be starting? What adjustments? I haven't heard of any knocks or anything coming out of the international break. If you have, let me know. What do you expect with that? I know our mind is on FA Cup and other matches coming up, but let's focus on Burnley, one thing at a time. Looks like on a map, at least, it's not too far. I hope you get a chance to go if you're there in the UK. Let me know where you'll be watching it. Here in the States, it will be on NBC Gold, so I'll be looking forward to watching that. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you think is going to score. This has been Soccer in the South with Wolfman Jeff. Hey, this is Soccer in the South with Wolfman Jeff coming at you. Internationals break is over. I'll say that again because the Internationals is not what it's called. Thank you.